Hey friends, TUXX here. You know, I got something here that is going to fill your life full of beautiful, wonderful color, okay? You know, it is, of course, a gaming keyboard. This is the NPET K10, but this isn't just any normal NPET K10. No. This is a colorful one, and we're going to go ahead and show you the color here in just a moment. I will have a link for this bad boy right below, so be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price, okay? NPET is a brand which you guys know I love. I've been using NPET products for a super long time. They're huge on the esports scene, and it's just a great quality keyboard for the money. It's like a huge bang for the buck, guys, and there's so many perks to having this. But this one here is something a little bit special, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here. We'll debut the color together. I'm not even quite sure what color it is, but I hear this is a colorful one. It looks like we have on the side here, US, and this is version, and it does not show the color. So let's check this out together. We're gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy open. There we go, and oh my gosh, we're talking purple. Look at that, guys, lavender purple. Let's go ahead and pull this out. You know, keyboards and gaming have been around for a long time, and it's great now that you can actually get, you know, wonderful. Whoa, look at that. Before I go further, we got a key puller, guys. You know, that's a sign of quality, and it's a sign they care about gamers, so I love that. But continuing on, check it out, guys. Check out this beautiful lavender keyboard. Whoa, that is hot looking, guys. Very cool. Looks like we got a little book in here too, the NPET K10 series. And you know what? You know, I love the fact that these guys have different colored keyboards. Look at that. That is so slick, guys. You know, why have the same ordinary white, beige, you know, like ivory looking keyboard? Why not have something a little cooler, a little more colorful? So very cool stuff. These keyboards, if you're not familiar with the K10, it's really a staple in the gaming industry. Check out, guys, we got a metal back. We sure do. And that's just one sign of quality, the fact that this is a nice, secure, metal framed keyboard. If you're hammering away here, you know, intense gaming, this is going to test, this is going to stand the test of time, and this is going to push your system to the limits. In fact, it can keep playing, keep ticking despite whatever you throw at it. Now, one thing a little bit different from this one, we have these little metal rivets here, which is something I haven't noticed in the other one. Looks like little star screws, so it's very interesting. This one has some extra reinforcement in it, maybe just for me, because they know that I'm hard on keyboards. This is true, but man, I am digging that card. Look how beautiful that is, guys. That is really awesome looking, and I can think of all sorts of great applications where you can have a specialty computer, you know, maybe Diva, Overwatch, different things. You can have some cool colors, you know, and actually make the color system of your keyboard, not just the LED lighting, but the actual color of the system itself, and keyboard and mouse and all your little extras, you know, match, which is really cool. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this in the dark. I'm gonna go ahead and dim the lights so we can check out the beautiful lighting. Now, I do want to add, this is a wired version of the keyboard, okay? And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, wireless, you know? But quite frankly, when I do my best gaming, I want it to be on a wired keyboard, okay? Because I have had problems every now and then. You're in a long raid, a long gaming session or something, and all of a sudden you start losing your connection, okay? And that's not good. Not good for you, not good for your teammates, you know? So you really want to make sure you have a good connection, and I say that wired is the way to go, because then you know that there's going to be no problems with, you know, latency or with batteries running out or whatever, you know. So it's great this is actually a wired keyboard, and I find, especially when you start dealing with a lot of LED lighting, wired is really a good way to go to make sure you have the maximum brightness, and it's not like the brightness level of the LEDs is draining those batteries super fast. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and dim lights. We're gonna plug this in and check it out in the dark. Look at the beautiful colors on this, so vibrant. That is looking super sharp, guys. We got all sorts of blues and pinks and yellows. That is looking excellent. I mean, I could totally see how this would really help immerse me in the gaming world, you know. And people say, oh, do you really need lighting? Yeah, you know, I really do. It's one more element to help draw you into the game and really help make the gaming experience the most it can be. And I love the lights, man. That looks really fantastic. Look how bright they are. And part of that is the power of having an actual corded keyboard as opposed to being a battery operated keyboard. but just looking so good, man. Intense bright lights. I don't know if the camera's capturing how bright these are, but these are some bright LEDs. This is looking so good. Like, even with this bright light over here, you can still see all this brightness just shining right through, looking so good. Very cool stuff. I love how they're chasing. Check out how they kind of like chase down the row. That looks so hot, man. Very, very good stuff. So this keyboard itself, of course, this is the K10, and another thing that makes this keyboard stand out from some other keyboards, besides being a full-size, wonderful keyboard, you know, and another thing which I find extremely important is the fact that this keyboard here is spill resistant, okay? Now, nothing is going to be waterproof. I wouldn't say I'd put this under the water and scuba dive, but you know what? This keyboard, these K10s, I've had these bad boys, and I'll admit, every now and then I might get a little mad and do a little rage quit, you know, and accidentally spill a Mountain Dew or something on the keyboard, okay? And I've had other keyboards, expensive keyboards, Logitech $200 keyboards, die, okay, just start not working after being exposed to just a little bit of Mountain Dew, you know. It really could kill a keyboard, you know, or water, any liquid for that matter. For me, typically, Mountain Dew is the one that kills it, though. But this keyboard, the K10s, are made in a way that they're actually spill resistant. So it can get a little moist on here, but it's not going to kill the keyboard. And that's a huge plus, guys. It really is. You don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a keyboard and have it die, you know. And this keyboard is a huge value at that. I will have the very best price for you right below, okay? Now, I know you guys like to hear the keys. You're like, what's it sound like? What's it feel like? So I'm going to be quiet for a moment here, and we're just going to hit keys, and you can listen to the sounds of the keyboard. So here goes. Real nice and springy, guys. I have to tell you, these keys are very comfortable. They're a perfect size. They're not too small. Every now and then, some of these keyboards, they make the keys smaller. These are just right. But what I really like is the springiness and the balance. Especially space bars are one key that tends to get mislooked on some more value keyboards where they're not balanced right. And this has a nice springiness to it. It doesn't feel out of balance. It doesn't feel like a teeter-totter or anything. It feels just right, guys. So very cool. This keyboard feels excellent. Now, another thing that makes this keyboard special is actually the keycaps themselves, okay? These are ABS keycaps, and what that means is you might be hitting the same key a lot, okay? Let's face it, in gaming, if you're a raider, you're probably hitting WSAD like a lot, and it can be very easy to actually start wearing out one spot, like on the space bar, you know, or maybe the enter key, or, you know, whatever keys you use the most in gaming, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. It's very easy to wear them out when you're hitting them literally thousands of times. So in this particular case, this keyboard is made special where these keycaps, they don't wear out. You will not have a problem like you'll have even with more expensive like Logitech keyboards, for example, where you start wearing down and you'll see like it kind of shining through, you know. So these have a great translucentness. You can obviously see the letters and stuff, and all that beautiful LED light is shining right through. It looks really good. But the fact that these keys actually keep the lettering, they don't wear out as easily, is a huge plus. So I'm definitely loving that. That way I'll be looking as good from day 1 to day, I don't know, 100, you know, day 1,000. It'll keep going for a good long time. And other keyboards actually wear out pretty quickly. They really do. And that can be really frustrating. But you won't have that problem with NPET. Now, if you're curious if this will fit or not, this keyboard is 17 long, 6 wide by 1 inch high, okay? So it's a good size, it's a full-size keyboard, you know, and it actually says, you know, it's 104 keys, so it's really a full-size keyboard which has all the buttons, all the bells and whistles, all the different little buttons for, you know, page locks and different types of applications for you, for speaker, louder, quieter, all that good stuff, which is really nice. And actually, in the actual Amazon page, they call this waterproof. I would call it water resistant, but the fact they say waterproof like leads me to believe that maybe, you know, this keyboard has evolved to even a higher level of water resistance, because the K10's always been a great keyboard for durability and water resist, but maybe it's one further even. Be sure and click that link in the description and you can read the Amazon profile for yourself. But actually right at the bottom it does say waterproof. Now, when typing on a flat surface, you can really feel that metal impact. Having a metal base to this keyboard really gives it a really good, secure, solid feel, which I really like that a lot. It's not like plasticky and falling all over the place or sliding. The rubber feet in the bottom do a great job, but I think the metal base is really the key to give this amazing feel that you just won't get with other keyboards. It is not a mechanical keyboard, but it definitely has a mechanical feel to the keys. They're springy and they're just right. Now, as far as colors go, you can see it has beautiful coloring. I stopped it here so you can just see everything really soak that coloring in. Looks really good. But if you want, you can actually make it one color or the other. Sometimes these keyboards, you can't change a color, but luckily this one here, you certainly can. We're going to hit function and this one right up here, and check out that red. Look how bright that is. Like, it honestly looks like it's on fire. Like, I could see this be perfect for playing like some long Diablo sessions or something. Very, very cool, very bright and very red. Like, I don't think there's any red keyboard I've seen that is that bright. That is really massive, guys. That is a super cool, bright looking keyboard. Loving it. But if you want to have something different, you certainly can. You can go ahead and change it up. Very easy. We'll check out the other colors here. So we have red here. We got green. Check out the blue. That's looking good. Cool orange, yellow, amber color. Another kind of a teal, a little more tealy blue. We got the purple, the lavender, which actually goes really good for a lavender keyboard. And this is kind of like a white ice, looking really cool. And then we have multicolored. And then from down here, you can switch up the actual motion of it. You can see it's kind of cycling through. You can make it, this is more like block, 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 block. Kind of like little blocky chunks, which is really cool. Here's kind of a glowing wave motion. Very cool stuff, guys. And then here you can even set it where it just is like a breathing. You can see it breathes and changes colors as it goes. Very, very cool. Now, as usual, NPET do the right thing here, and they give you a key puller, okay? A lot of keyboards don't come with this. In fact, most keyboards, even gaming keyboards, so-called gaming keyboards, don't come with a key puller. So it's great they do. It really shows their commitment to gamers playing on their keyboards. And if you're not sure how to pull it, basically just pops in, and we can just pull out a key like this right here, and you can switch these keycaps out. That's what the bottom looks like. You can switch the keycaps out with different ones if you want. So really cool stuff. Just to give you a little idea of the multimedia capabilities, here's the actual page from the little K10 manual, and it looks like there's lots of things here. Function F1 for media player, then you got volume up, volume down, mute, stop, previous track, play, pause, next track, email, home, keyboard lock, and calculator. So lots of different options for you, and I'm sure you could actually program some other things in there for you too. But really cool they include that. Again, this particular one here gives you all sorts of information in various languages for you, so they got you covered with the little manual. So very nice they include that. And just again, really beautiful keyboard. Like, I'm just digging this lavender. Like, as much as I love to play in the dark and have cool colors like we were showing you a second ago, this keyboard really is fascinating just in its own right. It looks so cool, man. Just as like an awesome lavender keyboard. And then from you could always change colors and go for something a little bit more in the dark too, but it looks great. It really stands on its own in full room brightness. Every now and then I get questions too about, does it have a Windows key? And sure enough, guys, this particular keyboard does have a Windows key. So it can work on all sorts of versions of Windows. And I would even go as far as saying you can use this on other types of computers, perhaps Mac. And I would definitely say Linux, as long as it has an open USB slot that you can plug it into, a functional USB slot, you're good to go. Very standardized keyboard, but definitely for Windows, which most people play in Windows, it's perfect for that. Okay, to recap, this is NPET's K10 keyboard, the Lavender Edition. And this particular keyboard, there's a lots to love, guys. I mean, from its waterproof status, the fact it's got the steel base because it makes it feel so sturdy and good, the keys themselves, ABS double coated, they're going to last you a good long time and continue to look good even if you use the same keys over and over and over again. The springiness is excellent, really good for clicks per second, so it really take you right into your game. It's going to be no limits with a corded connection. You're not going to have any kind of latency issues or lagging or whatnot. So really lots to love, solid keyboard, and for the price, it is really amazing, guys. Again, I'll have the best price for you right below, so be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price, okay? If you guys have any questions, reach out to me, tuxtoys@gmail.com. You guys know I'm here to help, okay? All right. Thanks for watching, friends. Click the link. Bye-bye.